Hey yo, can someone explain to me why the hell the New York Knicks want CP3? Why the hell do we want CP3? I've been seeing all of these stupid ass trade scenarios made up by the New York media and other idiots in the media talking about how the Knicks can basically gut their entire team for CP3. Why? What makes that such a good idea? First of all, let me get to this stupid ass trade that I seen on Twitter this morning. It goes, the Knicks get CP3, just CP3. We don't get shit else from the Thunder. We just get a 35-year-old CP3 that's making $80+ million over the next 2 years. Has a player option in 2021, so he could definitely opt out and leave us. And then the Thunder would get Bobby Portis, Elfrid Payton, Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina. By the way, Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina, two lottery picks, by the way, and a future first rounder. I repeat, in this amazing trade scenario, the Thunder would get Bobby Portis, Elfrid Payton, Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, and a future first rounder. For what? For what? Why the hell would we ever want or need CP3? Now let's go through the BS reasons. I can't even talk. Let's go through the BS reasons why people say, oh well, the Knicks should definitely get CP3. All right. Number one, people say CP3. Oh, look at what CP3 did in the playoffs this season, and pretty much all season with the OKC Thunder. He had a young team, didn't he? He had young players, but he was able to lead them to the promised land. No, stop right there. First of all, that OKC Thunder team, and listen, I'm a Knicks fan, okay, but I try to be objective. That OKC Thunder team, even without CP3, is way better than the New York Knicks. Way better. You look at freaking our best player, supposedly best player, is Julius Randle. You want to know who's better than Julius Randle on the OKC Thunder? Besides CP3, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is Danilo Gallinari. Shit, I would even take Steven Adams over Julius Randle at this point. And don't come at me with, oh, you Knicks fans don't appreciate talent. Boy, I watched Julius Randle play all season long for the Knicks, and it broke my heart. It broke my little heart watching that dude spin his way into 10 turnovers per game and shooting 20%. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about here. Okay. Alright, number one. So, CP3, yeah, he did. Listen, he had a great season. He had a great season, all things considered. Nobody expected him to get as far as they got. Okay. I'll give him credit. CP3 is still one of the best point guards in the league. But we don't have the young core. Not yet. We don't have the young core that CP3 would need to be able to mold and take to the playoffs. We don't. Because in this stupid trade scenario, you're trading Kevin Knox. You're trading Frank Ntilikina. Listen, I don't like Bobby Portis. I could care less if he goes away. Especially Elfrid Payton. I don't give a damn about Elfrid Payton. He could go over and rot in Minnesota for all I care. But Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina are, listen, they haven't been great by any stretch of the imagination. But Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, those are the guys that can learn from CP3. But you're trading them in this stupid scenario. So who's he gonna mold? Who's he gonna mentor? He's a mentor RJ Barrett. Okay. Mitchell Robinson. Okay. I don't know how much a point guard is gonna mentor a big man, but I'm sure he could definitely help. Who else? Dennis Smith Jr.? Dennis Smith Jr. needs a savior. He doesn't need CP3. Okay. So that's number one. The CP3 leading a young team, that's bogus. Alright. Why else did he say it? Honestly, that's the only reason, the only like halfway decent reason I can think of why people want CP3 on the Knicks. Which just goes to show it doesn't make any sense. Alright, CP3, let's lay down the facts. CP3 is 35 years old. He ain't getting younger, ladies and gentlemen. He's only going to get older. He's only going to get more injury prone. He's only going to get more washed up as time goes on. He's not going to get better, okay? He's still going to be a good player. I'm not denying that. I still think he has a role on a playoff contending team. But the Knicks are not going to be a playoff contending team unless we somehow are able to lure Anthony Davis here or Giannis here. Okay, that's the only way we can do that, and we won't be able to do that if CP3 is here because he's taken a $40 million in cap space. Okay, so let's get that straight. All right, CP3 to the Knicks is a disaster trade. Oh, and by the way, this is a lose-lose scenario for the Knicks. You want to know why? Because let's say the Knicks trade for CP3. You want to know what Knicks for clicks, Twitter. You want to know what Knicks haters were going to say? They're going to say, "Oh, look at the stupid ass Knicks. Look at them trading, mortgaging their future and their first round picks for yet another washed up veteran. Look at them. They're the laughingstock of the NBA, right?" I know that's what you sons of bitches are going to say. But let's say that we don't trade for CP3, and I hope to God that we do not trade for him. Let's say we don't trade for him. It's going to be, oh, the Knicks, they don't want to establish a winning culture. Oh, they don't want to lure, or they don't want star PGs to play on their system. Oh, man, what are they going to do? Oh, they're going to rely on Dennis Smith Jr., in fact, Nick Ntilikina and RJ Barrett to lead them. What a joke. All right, so it's a lose-lose scenario with you people. Okay, and yes, I did say you people. I did not stutter. All right, the fact of the matter is, oh yeah, by the way, culture. Our culture, hopefully, and I actually have high hopes for our culture. Our culture is going to be, should be, building up what we have. We have assembled a great front office and coaching staff. We've got Tom Thibodeau, Mike Woodson, we've got Kenny Payne, we've got a whole host of veteran leaders in that front office, in the coaching staff. I truly trust Tom Thibodeau because of the people that he's hired, and they're expecting to hire more people to that front office, so I have full confidence in what they're going to do. On top of that, our culture should be developing young guys, and so far, every single thing that I've heard from the Knicks, and listen, if you want to say, well, you're taking that for granted, well, maybe you're right, but the fact of the matter is, what they've said is all that we can go off on. The Knicks, their direction should be not to cut any corners, not to speed any learning process up by getting someone like Chris Paul, okay, or another veteran who might be still decent, okay, but they're not going to do anything in the long run. What do you think? What does trading a future first rounder and 2 lottery picks do for us in the long run? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, by the way, if we do trade Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina and then they turn out to be halfway decent on another team, guess what you people are going to say? Oh, look at the Knicks trading away yet another young stud. Okay, so I don't want to hear that about the culture. Our culture should be based on toughness, on defense. It should be based on accountability. It should be based on no nonsense. It should be based on having sound veterans on that team. Okay, that you're not paying $40 million. Okay, don't think you got me there. That you don't pay $40 million a year for. Having sound veterans to mentor the young guys and to give the young guys runs. We don't need CP3 to take away touches from Frank Ntilikina or Kevin Knox or RJ Barrett or Damian Dotson. We don't need someone like that. We need these young guys to get experience, a whole lot of experience, because let's take Kevin Knox for example. Kevin Knox is a guy who didn't really have a good rookie season, but he had a much better rookie season than he did his sophomore season. You want to know why? It's because David Fizdale and Mike Miller refused to give him much run at all. So how is he going to get into any sort of rhythm if that's the case? All right, we need the young guys to get run, to make mistakes, to learn from their mistakes. We need to build from the ground up. I am sick and tired of this franchise swinging for the fences, missing, us being the butt of the NBA, the butt of jokes in the NBA, and then the cycle repeats itself. I don't care about James Dolan. I care about we have a solid coaching staff in place, a solid backbone in place, and hopefully they can talk some sense into the rest of the team. All right, so bottom line is, do not trade anybody, especially not Mitchell Robinson, because I swear, if you pry Mitchell Robinson from our hands, I don't know what I'll do. Do not trade for CP3 under any circumstances. Do not take any overpaid veteran. Do not subject us loyal Knicks fans to that ever again. And stop it. Stop it with these stupid trade scenarios. I've had enough of it. And if I see one more, I swear, I don't know what's going to happen. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Am I losing my mind over here over Chris Paul? Am I just tripping? Or is this really as truly a stupid idea as I think? All right. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace.